Hello, welcome back to Blend Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I want to share with you this node setup that I made using Spreadshop add-on in Blender. So if I just run the playback, you can see there is like a dots, and it's kind of like making this interesting motion. And I have a couple of attribute and property that I could adjust in order to create a different pattern. So you might have seen something similar in the past. This one is slightly different, and you will see later why. This is actually really simple. If I reduce the number of lines and all these dots, you can start to see that this is simply just like a line, and then this circle, or yeah, circle is not a ball, that's kind of running through the line in a ping pong fashion. So it's just like a back and forth motion. It's very simple, very basic, but it's kind of interesting to see. Let me see if I can reduce it to just one. Okay, this is how it started. So basically, if I goes inside this monad, inside this group, inside it you can see this is simply remember I have the ping pong functions that I use to make like the back and forth motion. I'm using it on a line. So this is the line, and I have a bit of control with the line. But basically, um, I'm using the ping pong functions, and then using the number um, that goes back and forth to select the point on top of the line. So it's gonna switch between this point, and it's gonna travel back and forth. I actually have a bit of control here, so I could rotate the line, but other than that, that's pretty much it. And I create this monad with a vectorize and split, and that way if I have like a number of line, like maybe 8 lines, I could kind of control and offset the time. Sometimes you get, if you set it properly, you get the motion that's kind of like a circular. It's very interesting. There you go. That's almost like circular. I remember doing the similar thing using sine wave, and I'm getting this kind of a circular pattern. It's actually very interesting. And yeah, with this guy, I could control the line, of course, and also I can kind of easily offset the time. I can increase the number of line and then getting different pattern. So it's more like flower now. It's the way I look at it, it's almost like kind of like a juggling, but it's like a very complex juggling because doing it in all direction. So this one is making like a flower pattern. So I kind of like this one. At any time in point, I can just simply replace the circle with a sphere, for example, or icosphere. Just use a small number. So this one is using icosphere. I can adjust the radius, and if I really want, I can also just rotate this line in any direction. So I haven't tried that, but yeah, this is kind of interesting. I'll give you the node 3 for you to have a look and then to study, maybe to modify. Let's see what you can come up with. This is such a classic example of math functions and animations working together. I think by now I almost have, maybe I have around 50, but I'm trying to make like maybe 100 of these, and then maybe visualize this in AR or something and making an app based on this, but we will see. So thanks again for tuning in, and if you have any questions, suggestions, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.